Hello, hi, my name is Renata. This is my greenhouse. This is my little indoor sanctuary, happy space. Behind me is probably my favorite section of my houseplant collection at the time, in the moment. Hopefully over time I'll be able to show you all the sections of my house. A little bit about me. So my name is Renata. I live in northern Indiana. I am not originally from northern Indiana. I live in a one-bedroom house with about 120 houseplants, maybe 130, somewhere in there. I am out of space for more houseplants, which did not prevent me from picking up another houseplant today. Oops. But she's so beautiful. I'll show her to you in a minute. I am 45. I've been collecting houseplants for as long as I can remember. I've never had quite so many before, but I think the first houseplant I was given by my mom when I was 6 or 7 was a hyacinth bulb, and then through childhood I had African violets. When I went to college I got my first golden pothos, and actually, let me pull one of these vines around to show you. This is not the original plant, but this is definitely propagated from the original plant. It could potentially be the original plant. I don't actually know anymore. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 pots of golden pothos. All had been propagated from the same plant, that same original plant. So I've had that plant for more than 20 years now. But yeah, I lived in France for a little while. When I lived in France, I collected houseplants, which unfortunately I had to say goodbye to all of them when I left. Excuse me. Yes, so I've lived in France. I have lived in Philadelphia. I started getting more and more houseplants in Philadelphia. And then when I went to graduate school, I didn't bring any plants with me. And I purchased one African violet. I had that for a little while, and I decided to bring back some of my houseplants from my parents' house to Indiana with me. So I did. And that started the real collecting. So there's a little bit about my history with houseplants. I'm currently 45. I teach English as a new language to adults. So I have lots of free time during the day because we do evening classes, and I'm trying to find a way to fill my free time and share my love of houseplants, share this beautiful hobby, share this passion I have for plants with others. I've really benefited from watching many other plant YouTubers because some days they just bring me calm. Just the calm of taking care of houseplants, the calm of watching someone else take care of their houseplants. Sometimes I've learned a few things. We can all learn from each other. I don't know that I have many tips and tricks to share personally. I just want to share my collection. So in today's video, I thought I would simply do a little reorganize, talk you through what I'm going to do, and then do the actual reorganization off camera, and then show you the end result. And before we get to that, I did want to show you the beautiful plant that I picked up today. So this is my gorgeous new plant. I love her. I love her already. I wasn't going to buy any plants except if perchance I came across one of these crocodile ferns. I thought I would get one. And this one happened to be on clearance. As you can see, it's got a tear in that leaf. It's got some leaves that aren't in good shape. This yellowing leaf. So it was hard to resist. I had gone into the store to buy cactus soil. They don't have cactus soil I wanted. But I came out with my beautiful, 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 so beautiful crocodile fern, and I'm very excited about this. In a few weeks I'll be putting it into a different pot once it's gotten acclimated to my house. I think I'm going to put it in a self-watering pot. I have a bird's nest fern in a self-watering pot that is just going great guns in the self-watering, so I think that's a good plan for ferns, at least in my experience. Other ferns I've had, more delicate ferns that I've had, I have managed to kill by underwatering, not keeping them humid enough. So I think the self-watering is really, for me, the key to keeping ferns alive. So that's it for the introduction, and now let's move into a little bit of the rearrange that I am planning to do today. Hello, hi, my name is Renata. In this corner we have perhaps my most uninspiring corner of my house at the moment. I am in the process of rehoming my philodendron pink princess. Can you see? She's got a little bit of damage from grow lights here at the bottom. It's a little hard to see with this lighting situation. And I also have a philodendron silver sword that is very tippy, but you can see how beautiful this leaf is. It had given me a fully mature leaf, but I took a top cut of it in case I want to keep this hastatum. The pink princess, I've just never been able to get anything beautiful out of it. And the hastatum did give me the one beautiful mature leaf, and then I went away and the moss pole was not properly cared for, and the next two leaves it gave me were juvenile leaves again. So I might restart it. I might root it and give it to a friend. I'm not sure. In any case, I'm going to be getting rid of those two plants there. So that will create a little gap against this wall. And I have plans for putting a very large, very, very out of control. By out of control, I mean beautiful and gorgeous and growing like mad, Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. It has multiple growth points. I think it would be thrilled to climb up this wall. So I'm looking forward to redoing this corner and maybe bringing some new life into it because it has gotten a little bit overgrown. As you can see, I'll try to rotate you around and show you. I have hanging down from a very tall bookcase. I have a philodendron micans that's hanging all the way down and starting to creep along the floor. And then up high, you can see that I have that golden pothos there. I'm starting to trail it along the brick wall. And then I have a regular green pothos that I'm trailing well along my wall. Apologies for the slight wild ride there. So that's kind of one of my first big plans that I'm gonna have on this video version of my plant journey. In this corner we have perhaps my most uninspiring corner of my house at the moment. I am in the process of rehoming my philodendron pink princess. Can you see? She's got a little bit of damage from grow lights here. So as I was saying, I have this very overgrown Rhaphidophora, currently hidden by a very overgrown, not overgrown, living their best lives, Hoya. But as you can see, the Rhaphidophora just kind of is taking over the table and trailing well down here across the floor. And one of the reasons for wanting to get the Rhaphidophora off the floor is that some of the more recent leaves have no fenestration. Some do, but this growth just isn't getting enough light, and so the plant is not giving me the beautiful fenestrations that I want it to. So I'm hoping that getting it up on the moss pole, not on the moss pole, but on the wall, will help bring back some of the fenestrations. It should have better access to light. It should be climbing. It should be a happy plant. But it's quite a happy plant now. But I think it'll be even happier going up the wall. So I moved the Rhaphidophora, having removed the pink princess because it's going to be sold later today, and found a new location for the silver sword. And I pinned the Rhaphidophora up on the wall, and just look at how tall that is. That is amazing. I have had this plant for about 3 years, and I was able to even pin some here. And if we zoom in, this plant is so wild. I love it so much. Look at this. It has an additional growth point here that's massively thick. I'm debating whether or not I want to prune it off or just keep it. But look at how gorgeous she is. I can't wait for her to start attaching on her own. And I think she'll look amazing because I have that pothos, golden pothos, that's starting to vine over, and I'm gonna really get some really jungly vibes in here. I'm very happy with how the rearrange of this corner has worked out. I think the Rhaphidophora looks great on the wall. The entire corner looks a little bit less cluttered. As I scooch out of the way to show you, you can see a little bit better each of the plants. You can see each of the plants a little bit better. It just feels less cluttered and less heavy. I still think I want to do some more rearranging in the corner, but I need to take some time to think about what else I want to change. So thank you for coming along with me on this first step of getting this corner to be less overwhelming and more inspiring. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to find out more about my planty journey and my houseplant collection and what's going on with it, then go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.